This is so important. I cannot stress how important this is. According to Griffin Station, I haven't actually watched it yet. I'm about to watch it. Riot Games just officially announced the Riot fighting game we've been talking about for the last 2 years. If you haven't paid attention to my channel over that time, I have talked about how this is almost definitely going to happen because a bunch of people who used to work on a project called Rising Thunder, it was an amazing fighting game, and then all of those guys went over to work at Riot Games. Well, not all of them, but a fair amount of them went over to work at Riot Games, which is super weird because they weren't making a fighting game at the time. And every single time one of the developers from that team was asked a question about a fighting game made by Riot Games, they would say things like, well, I work at Riot Games now, and I like fighting games, but I can't announce anything. And that's basically all it was. But apparently, according to my good friend here, Griffin Station, I am about to find out about a League of Legends fighting game. So ready, just show me the things. Just show me the things. Apparently, there's a lot that League of Legends is showing off right now, and I am more than ready for it, dude. Riot Games, whatever you want to say about them and their competitive balance of League of Legends over the last couple years, I don't care, man. Riot Games has the capital, they have the passion, they have the ability to change the industry, and I'm so ready for it. Oh my god, there's footage! Oh, it's so sick. I don't care about what that game is, okay? Look at all the games they're showing off. There's a card game, what I think was a dungeon brawler. There's a shooter? There's a shooter? What? I don't care about any of that. I just want to see the fighting game, okay? This is it.
With fighting game fans around
Project
the world,
L.
live and in person. That was a crazy.
Please just show me something. Show me a little bit of footage. There he is. Darius confirmed playable.
What I think League of
Jinx is playable. Catalina.
We're gonna go dark for a while after this.
We're gonna go dark for a while. Soon, oh my god! Don't do that to me. Oh my god. All right. Is there anything else I can kind of yoink from here? Is there any concept art I can see? No, this is for the other game. Okay, what can we gather from this piece of information? First of all, we have 3D models. We don't have 2D drawings, which is probably the correct way to go for League of Legends and the type of art style that they want to portray. That's good to see. Darius has all the details I would expect him to have. Of course, that's not a fully textured model. That's okay, though. Let's skip to gameplay. I'm sure there's a lot we can take away from this. Okay, so there's some things I was expecting to see on this screen and that I'm not seeing. We have Catalina and we have Jinx, both playable. Amazing picks, of course. These are very popular characters, so of course they're going to be in the game. We can see an anti-air projectile. We see a different stat for juggle and hits. That's interesting. What else can we gather from here? We have 4 bars at the bottom there. I don't think that's meter because we can see in the health bar that there are different forms of meter there. Types of stamina or energy. I think what these 4 things at the bottom are going to be, I think those are going to be your cooldowns, because if we assume this game is going to try to use the keyboard as a controller, which is what Rising Thunder did, which was obviously the previous developers, that game had a cooldown system as well. So I'm assuming that that's what those are at the bottom, and it had a very similar graphic for that. So let me just make sure I have all of my ducks in a row here. We have Jinx, we have Catalina, we have Darius. Was there anybody else that I missed? Was there another character in there that kind of got swept under the rug? Oh, Ari. Wow. Oh my god. First of all, can we look at the visual fidelity of this really quickly? This is nice. First of all, this environment is very pretty looking. Second of all, Darius is looking good. Ari's looking good. Oh, I love the way that the camera behaves there. It's such a small clip, but look at the way that the camera is behaving here. Look, as soon as he gets the hit, boom, camera, tilt. That is awesome. Loving that. Gosh. Let's go, Riot, man. I am so happy you've finally done this. Okay, so unfortunately, they don't show his name on screen at this point, but this guy right here, he says that there's not going to be any more news for the game for a while. They're going to go dark. They're not going to be revealing anything, which I'm sad about, but I completely understand. I mean, they revealed 4 characters right there. They revealed that the project actually exists before it was just kind of this ethereal idea we had in our heads. I mean, I've done, I think, maybe 3 or 4 videos on the subject. I genuinely think that Riot Games will change the industry of fighting games. Rising Thunder had the chance to do that. theoretically, but they didn't have the capital to really drive all of those universal changes that Rising Thunder was going for. And if any developer has that capital and that passion to really push that product, it is League of Legends or Riot Games. Wow, they're starting to earn that S at the end of their name. For people who don't know, there was a joke going around for a while about Riot Games and how they only actually had one game, which was League of Legends, but now they have a few games. They have TFT, they have this brand new first-person shooter, a dungeon crawler, an anime, and a fighting game. I am going to be taking this game very seriously. Like I said, they're going to be going dark now, so we probably won't hear much information about it, but as soon as we do start hearing information about the game, you can bet that I'm covering this game. I'm pretty confident that this will be a pretty big splash on the fighting game industry, and of course you guys know I love fighting games, so I'm going to be right here to cover anything related to whatever they end up calling this game. If you're not a fighting game fan, I hope you'll be open-minded to this game, because if any game's going to change the conventions of what fighting games are, then it's going to be this one.